Hey, greetings, people. How are you today? I've just sent a note to my doctor about my checkup. The oncologist. I have an oncologist, I have a cardiologist. I normally start with the oncologist. I've just sent a note that I'm due again for my annual checkup, and that I note I have not done a PET CT since 2022, early 2022. So is it time to do another one? And those are the kind of things that you live with when you once had a brush with a deadly disease like cancer. And this happened in 2013 when I was diagnosed with cancer of the stomach. And I went through excruciating treatment. Got cut up parts of my stomach. I'm told 60% was thrown away. I went chemo, radiotherapy, that nearly killed me. But here I am still. But I have lost very many friends to cancer. It is a disease that does not forgive. I mean, we are many who are walking around like cancer warriors, happy with to be alive. But immediately I came back from hospital because I did Nairobi, then I did India, for certain reasons, which I explained in the book that I wrote. So when I came back, I decided to talk about cancer because I realized that that was the time around 2013 is when either because of more diagnosis or because now whatever we have been eating wrong, the aflatoxin, maize, the sugar with mercury, all those kind of things. Maybe they had already, that's when they started taking effect, or maybe people were becoming more aware. Anyway, so I got into this cancer activism, visiting hospitals, cancer patients, visiting some in their homes with a certain group of activists. And it occurred to me that one of the reasons why the survival rate is so low is because people cannot afford treatment, unfortunately. And that's the truth, because of the poverty levels in this country. So anyway, to cut a long story short, I decided to see what I can do other than just being an activist, because you talk to the government, they promise to do APCD, nothing happens. You try to fundraise, and you fundraise a little, and that is very short term. You help somebody with less than an eighth of what they need. So, I kept on thinking, why don't I start a foundation and try to raise money? And so, then of course, in the process, I also decided to tell my story. So I wrote my book, my autobiography, which I keep on talking about every now and then. I do hope that if you have not read it, you will make arrangements to get in touch so that I can arrange for you to buy one and read my story. So anyway, I read my story. I wrote my story, and I thought, how can I help? Because that book is basically giving people information. Okay, there's my story in it, but there's a part where I try to explain to people how I've managed to keep my diseases, because I had issues with my heart, had issues with diabetes. I mean, that's hypertension, and then of course cancer. So I've managed to keep those deadly diseases at bay this long, since 2013. Then I thought maybe I could start helping people. So I started this foundation. And because I've seen that there are a lot of people who have written very good books in this country, I thought if I could help people sell their books, help Kenyans access books, and at the same time raise funds to help people who are suffering from these dreadful diseases, it would be a win-win situation. So I started a foundation. Then I went to the vetting control and got a permit to run a raffle, which for books. That is, you can for a few shillings you can get a book, and in the process help to raise funds. So this is basically what I'm talking about. That so far the uptake has been very, very slow, and I'm appealing to everyone, to all Kenyans, those who would like to read, those who would like to help somebody, those who have written books, to visit. It's called the Danson and Sarah Kiundi Foundation. It's got a web page. It's got YouTube, and we have the foundation. We have the foundation website where we do the raffles. So my appeal to you is when you view this video, search for Danson and Sarah Cuny Foundation and see what you can do to help us raise money to help people who are basically helpless. Yeah, and then we take it from there. So I wish you all great health. I wish you all, should I say wealth, health. Have a good day.